All right, you beautiful bastards, what's up? We are live with my friend Matt from Wounded Warrior Project. Um, Let us know if everything's looking good. Uh, think the volumes are good for me. Matt, you want to do a mic check real quick?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Sounds good on my end. I think we're doing pretty good. All right, Matt, it's a pleasure to have you on stream. Really happy to have you here. As everybody that's watching knows, we had a 24-hour stream just about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks of the day actually. We spent a little bit of time talking about the Wind Warrior project, but there were some questions that came up, and I wanted to give my folks an opportunity to kind of ask you some questions, and I also wanted just to give you an opportunity to address my community, and I'll probably put this on YouTube if you're okay with that, just so that everybody can kind of have an opportunity to see what you had to say and just kind of what the Wounded Warrior Project means to the warriors themselves.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
I just wanted to open it up, give you an opportunity to kind of introduce yourself and the Wounded Warrior Project, and just kind of the basics, whatever you'd like to say.
Yeah, of course. Well,
Go
just
for it.
a huge thank you off the bat for having me. I'm super happy to be here today talking with the community, and I'm more than happy to field any kind of questions that they may have. I'll give you a quick little background on myself. I've been working with Wounded Warrior Project now for almost 3 years. My current role is the live streaming and gaming specialist. A lot of people think I play games all day, but that's not true. I can talk a little bit more about my
Unfortunately.
role. I know, I wish. What a job that would be. You can't see it, but I just have this giant couch and Xbox set up over here, and that's what I do all day. No,
Yeah.
but I work with the live streaming community. I manage our partnered Twitch page. I also manage our Discord server and help facilitate gaming events and gaming activations in and around Wounded Warrior Project. And my primary job though is interacting with the live streaming and gaming community, whether that is through Twitch or Facebook. Just doing outreach and working with streamers, which is what I love to do. I love to collaborate and meet communities and be present in streams. That's a lot of what I really love to do. So, Wounded Warrior Project is an organization that serves post 9/11 generation veterans who have incurred an injury, illness, or wound while in service. So we do offer a wide variety of programs. These programs could be everything from our resource center, which is open from 9 to 9, and it basically allows warriors to call in, and not just our alumni warriors, but it also allows our veterans to call in and basically just get resources. So, for instance, if a veteran was interested in obtaining a service dog, that is not something that Wounded Warrior Project offers, but we might have a connection to another organization and be able to refer that veteran over there. So that is kind of thousands of vetted resources that are available to our vets and warriors at any time. And if they're just looking to call in and talk to somebody, they can do that as well. We have a couple other programs at Wounded Warrior Project, 13 in total. One of the programs I'll highlight is our Warrior Care Network program. Warrior Care Network is actually partnered with 4 academic medical centers across the country. That is Emory, UCLA, Mass General, and I'm blanking on the last one, but there's 4 academic medical centers. And basically, what they do is they work with these academic medical centers and get our warriors the treatment that they need as far as having to do with PTSD, depression, anxiety. And these warriors can go in for inpatient or outpatient services. And generally, they say it's about a year's worth of treatment in 2 to 3 weeks. So they get really extensive treatment in those different areas. And it's really quite the program. I actually had the opportunity this past February while we were up at PAX in Boston to visit one of these sites, and it was just an amazing facility where warriors could really just go and do some different types of treatment. One in particular was they kind of created these masks, and the masks were on the outside of the mask. It was how they wanted the world to perceive them. And then on the inside of the mask was how they see themselves on the inside. So just some really super powerful things that were happening up there at the home base program in Boston.
That sounds impressively deep. That's I mean, even myself, I'd have a lot of difficulty just kind of identifying those two kind of that dichotomy. You know, the how you see yourself and how you feel the outside world perceives you. That's a hell of an ask.
Let me shoot you over if I can. I'll shoot you over a couple photos.
Yeah. Um,
Maybe you could share those on
I
stream.
I hope I so when I do this, I think it's gonna overlay on top of your face, but
That's okay.
uh,
I can go away for a few minutes.
let's see if it works.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. So it's just yeah. Okay. These are really cool.
Yeah, I mean, there was if you kind of look at them, there's the one in like the bottom row on the right there that has all like the reflective
The
um,
mirrors and everything. Yeah.
right. And when you just start looking at especially some of the ones that have the mouths taped over. I mean, you could just, and obviously the Warriors weren't there to explain, but you can kind of make inferences into what they are feeling on the inside and outside. And it was honestly, it was super powerful just to sit there and really see something like that.
Absolutely. I can only that's one of those things that hits you in the face whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's very raw, and the person that runs them through that exercise, said that what they actually do is so the warriors they're doing the mask, but then they have a presentation day to the families, and so the warrior can really kind of tell their family how they might have been feeling if they have never shared that, right? So they're really kind of bridging the gap and really sharing some powerful stuff with not only themselves but their families too. So it's really it's really impressive stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of one of the things that has from the outside looking in. Just as I never served, I know you are a veteran, but just from the outside looking in, there's a lot of emotional baggage maybe that comes with serving and then leaving your comrades. You know, from you get to know the kind of the tight knit family that is your unit. I have a lot of friends and family and colleagues that are veterans that regularly talk about some of the just kind of I guess the deep feelings of pride that they had in what they did, but also that kind of call it emptiness, I guess, or just the little piece that's missing from their basically their family from the unit that's no longer necessarily with them. I know you guys somewhat recently got your 50,000th veteran signed up. Am I correct in that?
So we actually have, I believe, I saw our statistics actually on Monday. We're up over 180,000
Wow.
alumni and family support members. I
Okay.
think our alumni number is actually about 146,000. And generally, I think they say about 42 veterans sign up for Wounded Warrior Project every day, is I think the average. And over the course of a month, there's generally like 1,000 to 2,000 warriors that sign up for Wounded
Yeah.
Warrior Project every month.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
The need is growing. A lot of people, think that the farther we get away from, 9/11 and Iraq and Afghanistan, the better things get. But the need is growing.
Yeah.
More and more warriors are joining Wounded Warrior Project than ever. And it's really just a time where we're really trying to double down on our efforts and serve those warriors.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break. I just wanted to remind my community and my viewers that if anybody has any questions for Matt regarding his personal impact with Wounded Warrior Project or the Wounded Warrior Project in general, feel free to type them in the chat. We'll have kind of we'll loop back around at the end with any kind of questions that you guys have right now, and that I have a couple of questions that people have mentioned to me previously that'll bring up as well.
I'll take questions about WWP, questions about myself, questions about me being a gamer. I'm a big video gamer. I've been playing a long time. Big Dungeons and Dragons fan. I'll actually be on a stream this weekend for Dungeons and Dragons.
Heck yeah.
You know, I've never played I'm playing a new class, so it should be really interesting, an artificer. So we'll see with that. But I'll take all questions regarding to WWP, me, what I do at Wounded Warrior Project, anything in the live streaming and gaming community that I might be able to ask. I'm an open book.
Awesome. So I wanted to, unless you have anything else specifically about Wounded Warrior Project, I kind of interrupted you, and I didn't really mean to do that. So if you had like a flow that you were working with, by all means.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay. I did want to inquire how fundraising has impacted you when it comes to how Wounded Warrior Project has given you kind of this purpose of like coordinating with all of your community when it comes to streamers and big and small names, and how that kind of has impacted your life. Has it made you feel more fulfilled, more like a better growth into your role?
Yeah, I mean, I used to work my previous job at Wounded Warrior Project. I worked on our registration team. So I worked with the Warriors every day, getting them signed up to Wounded Warrior Project. Specifically in that job, I worked with a lot of our Warriors that might not have gotten out of the military on good terms. Mm-hmm. And so, really working with them on trying to get them connected to WWP. So it was a really different job than what I have now. And for me, as fulfillment is getting to work with streamers and live stream and gamers mm-hmm. about working on charity streams and raising money for Wounded Warrior Project. It's really fulfilling because these are passionate individuals that care about charity causes, and it's just been fun. It's been fun to collaborate with them and work together on coming on streams and playing games with them and doing collaborations with giveaways or what have you. So it's been really cool. It's being a lifetime gamer, I never thought I would have a job in gaming, like in and around gaming. It was really difficult to take a resume that was tailored a specific way and then be like, I think.
Oh yeah, by the way, I do gaming.
Yeah, let me just do gaming all this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super interesting, but I think as far as fulfillment, I mean, when I joined Wounded Warrior Project, I feel the same as I did on day one that I do almost 3 years into it. It's very rare that you have a bad day, and I'm excited to go to work every day.
Awesome. That's that's heartening. It's always amazing to meet people that are willing to. I mean, it's a job for you, right? You're getting a paycheck, but you're departing from what your original view of your life may have been to help your fellow men and women in uniform to try and make sure that this support network is there. And that's really, that makes me feel a lot better. I mean, I've always supported the Wounded Warrior Project. I've been trying to do in my own small way, little fundraisers and stuff every year to help out the cause. But after meeting you and talking to you and seeing some of the things that you are passionate about has really kind of taken that to a next level, if that makes sense. Kind of made that feeling of pride in the organization and what the little bit that we did. $1,300 is not a hell of a lot of money, but for the fairly small tight-knit group of guys that we have here and gals, and all of you guys are truly amazing, and I couldn't be prouder of you.
For sure. And I will speak to that impact. I will tell you that every dollar matters. I mean, even the smallest impact, I'll tell you, $19 actually provides a safe voice at the other end of a phone for a veteran. So if you take, how many safe voices on the other end of a phone that is, I mean, you guys are making an impact on veterans for sure, and we are super thrilled to be a part of this community. Come hang out with you guys, and I really just want to say and express a great thank you to everybody for being a part of this. It's really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, if I'm completely honest, that 24 hours almost killed me, but but it was.
A couple times you were
I was wavering, but it was a lot of fun doing something so different. I never thought I would do something like that before, and it's for a great cause, and we had a blast for the most part doing it. So I was really happy to do it, and hopefully we'll be able to do another fundraiser with you guys in the future. But I did want to. I don't know how hard your out is. We've got about 40 minutes left. I wanted to give you plenty of time to talk about gaming and how the Warriors themselves feel about your little niche of the organization. The gaming, the live streaming, the tournaments, that whole kind of area. I wanted to, if you've talked to any of them directly, or how they how they feel about it.
Yeah, so this is relatively new for Wounded Warrior
Mhm.
Project. I've only been in the position about 6 months, and our Discord server launched in March.
Okay.
So completely something brand new that honestly couldn't have started at a better time. Because with COVID-19, something that we worry about with our Warriors generally is isolation. Warriors tend to isolate. And
Absolutely.
when you add something in there like a pandemic, which is going to isolate everybody no matter what, then we really start about how can we virtually connect with our warriors during a time like this. So building the Discord and creating an online community was super, super important. And we didn't know how, because I created it before really COVID hit. And
Mhm.
then all of a sudden we were transitioning all of our programming to virtual programming. And so we started game events and community nights and nights where they can come together and play trivia or watch a movie and just really just stay connected. And Discord has really exploded. We're well up over 900 participants in our first couple months, and more warriors are finding out about it daily, and they keep joining. And we've done, I believe to date, we've done about 50 virtual gaming events. The largest events have been, we did a female only game night, which had about 60 plus female warriors. And we did a Call of Duty tournament that had 64 warriors in it.
Wow.
So, we do some fairly large events, and some of the events are as simple as a community night where it's kind of come and go as you please on Call of Duty. We do custom games. It's called Monday Night Mayhem, and it's a lot of fun. We play untraditional game modes, like we play domination and gulag showers, which I'll tell you is not built for domination.
No, absolutely not. But
Or
it's probably very entertaining to watch.
it is very
I'd like to be on the rampart around just watching. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, it's a lot of C4 smoke, flash grenades, and bullets flying everywhere. But it just gives warriors a chance to kind of come together
Yeah.
and have fun and kind of just like not be so serious with Call of Duty. So it's
Yeah.
it's been great. We try to do fun stuff. We've started Dungeons and Dragons groups in Discord, which I play and I'm a part of. It's just been so great. A lot of warriors that never would have partaken in Dungeons and Dragons before are learning the game and learning how to play. So it's been really impactful. And the feedback that we've gotten from the warriors, they're more engaged, I think, than ever, and they're honestly really enjoying some of the interactions that they get to partake in.
Yeah. I've mostly been just sort of lurking in that Discord, but it's really amazing. I go in there and see all the supportive comments back and forth. It's really an amazing kind of group of people. A big, normally when you get that volume of people in one spot, it tends to kind of get away from the reinforcing kind of mentality. But it's neat to see that with that many people in one spot, they all seem to really have nothing but the best intentions for each other, which I mean is makes sense. You know, they're all veterans. They're all one big, you know, mostly happy family. So
Yes.
it's just amazing to see all the support going back and forth from there.
There is a lot of support. I think it's really become this big online community for not only our warriors, but for also people that are WWP supporters. Right?
Mm,
It's given supporters a rare opportunity to potentially interact with veterans, and I know a lot of our non-veteran streamers really like that because they
right.
can kind of come in and either play with a vet or meet a vet or talk to a veteran. So it's been a really cool experience, and I'm really happy with the way it's going.
Yeah. Awesome. So one of my friends, Lindor, wanted to hear a personal story that you might have when it comes to helping a veteran out. Any kind of I guess testimonial you might have that kind of summarizes what the Wounded Warrior Project is and how it impacts the warriors themselves.
Yeah, no, I could tell you a lot of personal impact stories. Some will make me more emotional than others, but I'll share two with you guys, and these are definitely personal experiences. So I told you I worked on the registration team
Mhm.
beforehand, which I came in contact with warriors every single day and trying to get them signed up for the programs and services. I won't use names. I'll just say I was contacted by a warrior's brother. He wasn't a warrior at the time, but he wanted to get his brother signed up. He really indicated his brother needed our help and needed our assistance and was going through a really rough time.
Right.
He proceeded to tell me that his brother was active Navy and recently had broken his neck in an accident on a ship.
Jesus.
And his brother had just come out of several surgeries and went from being a very active member of the Navy, very physically fit, to uh, basically being debilitated by his injury, walking with a cane, and was really concerned about his mental health. And so I reached out to the Warrior, left him a message, say, "Hey, my name's Matt with the Wounded Warrior Project. Your brother reached out to me, just trying to come in contact with you." And he never returned my call. And about a month went by, and you kind of think about those things when you hear that. You really kind of saw a warrior like that. You just think about. So you reach out a couple times and nobody returns your call, and you're like, all right, well, I hope he's okay. You
Right.
reached out to him, and then out of the blue one day, my cell phone rings. And I don't give my cell phone out to many people, but I gave it out to this warrior in case he,
Needed it.
wanted to get connected.
Yeah.
And it was him. And we got him connected to Wounded Warrior Project that day. He actually he was stationed here in Jacksonville, lived in our local area, and just getting to see the changes in him over the course of his time with getting connected with Wounded Warrior Project was just unbelievable. Such a turnaround. We actually got him connected with our benefits team, and he got 100% rated by the VA, so he got well taken care of, and just it was just a really, I got to basically he lived right where we work, so I got to see him all the time,
Right.
and just his whole demeanor changed once we were able to get him connected with Wounded Warrior Project. He was happy, vibrant, would come around the office. We'd have lunch with him, and it just everything changed about him once he got connected. And
Yeah.
it's super impactful to see.
That's nice to have that kind of proximity benefit as well in that kind of situation. Being able to, you know, I mean, before COVID and all that kind of stuff, but being able to just physically make contact with somebody and know that there is that support network out there. Um, that
Most definitely.
that always just seems like such a great use of resources too. So
Most definitely. And there's another story that is a little emotional. We had a vet come in the office. He was homeless and he was living out of his car and didn't have anything. And we brought him in, we got him signed up, and we were able to pull together in just a matter of a couple minutes with a couple different teams at WWP, some gift cards to get some food, 24 packs of water so he could, have water, and just kind of get him set up, and we ended up getting him into a hotel, and so to find some shelter and get him connected to our programs and services. But we had a teammate go with that warrior, and went made sure he was taken care of for lunch, and they were actually the warrior was putting something into the back of his car, and there happened to be a noose that was kind of there, and I guess you say a last ditch effort, because that just shows you
Desperate.
how desperate that warrior was.
Yeah.
And our team had actually talked the warrior into giving it to him, and brought it back to the office to kind of just show that you never know what a warrior is kind of coming in with, right?
Yeah.
Everybody comes, like you said earlier, that emotional, that baggage weighs very heavy on vets.
Absolutely.
And so, just seeing it, right? Because we know, veteran suicide statistics. I know the big statistic right now is 22 a day.
Mm-hmm.
But just to see something like that, and to be a part of something like that, and to have interacted with this warrior, and to know that potentially he was saved from being another statistic, it was a really powerful experience. And I feel very grateful to work with a group of individuals. A lot of us at WWP are veterans, and
Right.
we care deeply about other veterans, and we will go above and beyond, normal means to make sure that our veterans are taken care of.
Yeah. It's a very somber statistic, but that 22 a day thing has always struck me as, I guess, outrageous might be the only direction to go with it. It just tears your heart apart knowing that. I mean, suicide is a pandemic in and of itself, just in general, when it comes to emotional fragility of, people sometimes just don't know where to turn or who to talk to or anything like that. Just in general, but when it comes to the veterans, it's even more, I guess, upsetting. Just yeah, it just hurts the heart,
I'll tell you, obviously, I'm a 6-year Army vet, served active duty and National Guard time. Since I left active duty, I've lost 3 of my unit members to suicide. So I've been out of active service. I got out of active service in 2014. So since 2014, we've lost 3 from our unit.
That's, I mean, it's just nothing you can say to that kind of stuff. I'm happy that organizations like yourself, Wounded Warrior Project, are just an option. Hopefully, push comes to shove, it's on each individual warrior to get out there and make the steps for their own health, to try and make sure that contact is made. But it just makes me feel better that the organization is there. That's one of the main reasons why I did the fundraiser. I've not had direct personal relations that have been touched so harshly as veterans, but it's still, I know it's out there, and when people go that full step to give the last full ounce of devotion to the country, it's important to me as a civilian to make sure that I do what I can to help make sure the resources are there. So
yeah,
and I know that same thing. A lot of my viewers and friends feel the same way. It's just important to make sure that the options are available, in my opinion.
For sure. So I know I showed some emotional stories, but let's, I don't want to bring in.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So if anybody has any questions about gaming or what I like to game or how we're impacting through live streaming and gaming, I'd be happy to field those questions too.
So my friend Nick just posted in our chat. He wants to know from you, has the experience of how has the experience been working with meeting working with and meeting various streamers, doing charity streams to help the cause for Wounded Warrior Project?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of butchered that, but
yeah, I would say, and hopefully I'll answer the question correctly. Every streamer is different,
Mhm.
right? And I think that's the coolest thing, right? Uh, some people are variety streamers. Some streamers primarily play FPSs. We met Marble streamers the other day, and I really had to sit down and learn about that. Some do GTA role playing, some do Dungeons and Dragons. So it's just been really cool to kind of interact with the different live streaming communities. One of our favorite channels at Twitch is called Our Chicken Life, and it's like 24/7 live chicken feeds. So I think that's been
that's
the
kind of a
coolest
unique
part
direction to
about
go.
working with streamers is that everybody's different. Everybody has passionate communities, and everybody's just trying to find ways that they can do some charity work that goes to a good cause and a good organization. And it's been really cool just to kind of work with people and meet new communities. It's been really awesome.
Yeah. So Nick's pet name in the community is Chicky Nicky. So he may come ask you for some more information on those chicken streams.
Check it out, Our Chicken Life on Twitter.
Oh man,
It's cool. It's really cool. Like they have a countdown right now until a bunch of chicks are born.
that's
So
awesome.
It's a cool stream. Like, there's a lot of cool content on Twitch if you search for it, and I'm a big proponent. And it's fun sometimes to go watch some of the big streamers, but I love
Absolutely.
finding that different content that might be hidden under the surface because there's some really cool stuff out there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's amazing. It's amazing how diverse the Twitch platform is. From the just chatting to all the different games. I mean, if there's a game out there, you can almost be guaranteed that somebody's streaming it. And it's pretty impressive.
Most definitely.
Nick wanted a follow up. If you have any, he's very curious about what games you personally like to play. So I know you talked about COD, and I think you've also. I might be confused here, but did you talk about Apex as well, or am I mixing that up in my head?
No, you're not. We held an Apex tournament July 19th. So for myself, I am. I don't know if I have a game genre that I haven't liked. I'm a huge Souls fan, so all the Dark Souls or Souls-like games. Huge fan of RPGs. Whether I know you and I talked about Divinity,
Yep.
Original Sin 2. Very excited for Baldur's Gate
Yep.
to come out hopefully soon. And so I do play a lot of FPSs, but I'm a huge, Mass Effect or any kind of Fallout. I'm a huge RPG fan as well. And then everything too, like Sims and city builders and stuff like that. I love all those games too.
A true gamer at heart.
I will play everything.
Yeah.
I've played Minecraft. I've played a lot of MMORPGs. I mean, I don't think there's a genre that I can't appreciate or enjoy.
Right. Yeah. Nick says you've got good taste.
Thanks.
That's I completely agree. It's
like to play.
Yeah. Well, Nick likes to get really angry at Rainbow Six Siege when we play it,
Okay,
but
all right.
Hey Queen, how's it going? So I did want to just sort of, unless you had anything specific you wanted to talk about before we move towards wrapping it up, I just wanted to see what options, if any of my viewers have additional questions that they come up with that they want to get answered, what would be the best way for them to get in touch with either yourself or the Wounded Warrior Project or anything along those lines?
Come on into Discord. You can find me on Discord. I'm WWP Matthew. I'd be more than happy to get connected and set up time either to chat or just come hang out in the community and see what we're all about.
Awesome. I know I have a lot of friends in here that are also streamers. I'd love to see a co-op stream day where we all sort of push in the same direction to do another charity for Wounded Warrior Project. I know it's just a great cause. You know, I mean, it's some of the testimonials you had there were very uplifting, very eye-opening. You know, just it's there's a need. I wish, you know, in a perfect world, the need may not be there, but the need is there, and I'm glad that you and the Wounded Warrior Project are able to fill in and address that need. So it's really, it's personally makes me very happy to have met you and to know that the Wounded Warrior Project is there for just for the warriors, you know.
Yeah, really appreciative of that. I know you and I have talked about playing some games together, so
Yep.
I'm excited about that. And
We're definitely gonna make it happen.
very soon.
Yeah.
We'll be actually streaming from headquarters, so we'll be able to stream from our headquarters building and play games with some streamers and actually be present and take part in their charity fundraisers. So
Awesome.
we're pretty excited about it.
I think that the future is very bright when it comes to charity streams and just the future of streaming, the future of being networked as just a big happy family. You know, it's always, you know, I'm a positive guy at heart, but it's always interesting and uplifting to see where we've come from and where we're going.
For sure.
Matt, I definitely want to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be here with us. What's your Twitter? I'll be sure to follow it up. But best ways to get in touch with you: Twitter, Instagram, any of those kind of things. I'll link them in our Discord and on the video when I put it up.
Fantastic. Yes, Twitter, Discord. If you need anything, I think you have both of those. But if you need anything, let me know.
Awesome. All right, Matt, I appreciate it so much. Thanks for coming on. There were a couple of little questions that we missed out on. If you have time in the Discord and want to answer them, I'd really appreciate that. But I think without further ado, we'll probably just kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, I'll go check out the general chat channel. If anybody does
Awesome.
have a question, I'll probably hang out for about 5 minutes. And if I miss it, just make sure you at me, and I will definitely get to it.
Awesome. Matt, thanks again. I will be going to the Be Right Back screen, and I'll be back solo in a few minutes, guys. Hang out.